You see that cereal?
Yeah.
Should we eat some?
I don't know. What do you think? What is it?
It's Baby Shark cereal.
I know, but like, what?
It's
is it
very-
Fruit Loops?
It's very fantastic with marshmallows. So maybe it's like Lucky Charms.
It's like that's funny.
Ready?
Yeah. Baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark. Mommy shark doo 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 doo, mommy shark doo 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 doo, mommy shark doo 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 doo, mommy shark.
This daddy?
Daddy.
Is this daddy? I don't know.
Shark doo 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 doo, daddy shark doo doo doo. There's this one. Daddy shark doo doo, daddy shark.
And then it's
No,
it's Grandma Shark.
No, Grandma Shark doo 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 doo, Grandma Shark doo 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 doo, Grandma Shark doo doo, Grandma Shark. Is there Grandpa Shark?
I don't know. And then it's the end.
No, let's go eat. Let's go eat, and then it's run away, doo doo doo, run away, doo doo, run away, run away. Save it last, and they're like save it last, right?
I don't know.
And they're like, oh, save it last, doo doo, save it last, doo doo doo, save it last.
And then
It's the end, doo 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 doo. It's the end, doo 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 doo. It's the end.
How's everything going?
Good.
Yeah?
Really busy.
Really busy.
Yeah.
Right? You guys had a busy holiday season, Christmas season
Yeah.
with charters and
Yeah.
stuff,
We fished like every day through Christmas and New Year's
right?
for 2 weeks straight.
The 2-week window from Christmas through New Year's, we fished every day.
Every day?
Well, 6 days a week, both weeks, because we took New Year's Day off. We took the first off because we went and saw the Jonas Brothers in Miami on the 31st.
Hard working. So you guys fished Christmas Day,
Yeah,
Christmas
Christmas
and
Eve
Christmas
and
Eve.
Christmas Day.
Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Hard working.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
Yeah.
inspiring.
Yeah.
Cool. So welcome back.
Yes.
I think are
we the
our
first welcome
repeat?
backs?
I think you're the first welcome backs. Right? Are they the first repeat customers here?
Troy was in.
Troy
twice.
was technically,
Yeah.
yeah. Troy was technically. That's right. Good point. But anyway, so you guys are the only repeat show, I guess you could say, if you want to, like, because he came.
Because he came with a different.
Matt that time. Yeah. So cool. So they're back.
Feels special.
Right. Gale Force Twins in the house, in the studio. So last time we spoke, well, we speak all the time, but last time you were here, you guys had not moved up here yet, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Oh my gosh, you're totally right.
I'm totally right. I'm so right. So you guys have not been here yet, like full time, and now you're here full time.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
now you're working hard and fishing every day, and you got
Yeah.
all your charter just booked, and everyone's
Yeah.
like booking charters, and y'all are catching fish, and you've been on a TV show, and we wrapped your boat, and,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you guys are like Pompano locals now.
I know.
Yeah, it feels like
Yeah,
quite
right?
almost. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, you guys are a staple in the community now. Like, everyone knows you, and, you know, and if they don't know you, they're asking me about you, and I'm like, yeah, well, awesome. How's it been?
It's been good. Yeah,
Yeah?
I realized last time we were here on the podcast, we decided to announce that we were coming up,
Right.
but we didn't have a boat slip yet, remember?
Yeah, we didn't even have a boat slip last time we were here.
Now we do.
Uh-huh.
Well, we rent dock space behind someone's house, and then we pick up our charters at Lighthouse Point Marina.
Cool.
So it's like a 20-minute boat ride for us from the dock to the marina.
Mm-hmm.
And we got our fishing booker set up, which we get a lot of trips from there, and then our website. And we've actually been really busy. We were really scared. We were
Yeah, I thought we weren't. I was like, what if we don't book any trips? And
well, because the first couple weeks it was like crickets.
right. But we also came in August when everyone goes back to school.
The
So-
slow
Yeah.
season.
But, I mean, you know, you guys are business owners,
Yeah.
and that's always a fear.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I can speak to being a business owner, and like even John now, you know what I mean, is out on his own, he's a business owner. Like, everyone in this room is self-sufficient. Actually, most of the people I think that we bring onto this show are pretty much just, you know, sole proprietors or
run their own
whatever
thing,
dream
yeah.
that they're following, you know, and,
Yeah.
and that's part of the show is like we want to bring on the people that are like self-made, you know, with that kind of, I don't want to call it a conservative principle because, you know, everyone can go out and start their own business and make their own way, but, you know, if you that whole small business theory of like following that American dream and like paving
Yeah.
your own way and making your own deal, that's part of it. You know,
Yeah.
that's kind of part of the show. It's part of the theme of the show, and like connected by water, and we're all kind of like living that dream through that connection. You know, so it's cool. So you're gonna have that fear.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you first start out, going like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, I have this dream, I have this great idea, and everything's awesome, but what if nobody comes? You know what I mean? Like, what if nobody wants to do this with me? And you know,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. It's
Yeah,
always
and
gonna be there. And what you're gonna realize is that you just keep your head down and working hard and keep doing what you're doing and have your passion flow and keep doing your thing, and people are gonna come. And here we go. Oh, you're the best. Thank you, Jenny. So this is what. Oh, she got me something different.
Uh-oh.
Well, I guess they didn't have the other thing. So ibuprofen, cold, and sinus. So here we are. And John over there is sick in the corner, right? Right. But I've been like sick with this sinus thing for, I don't know, like ever since the last podcast. So it's been like a week.
Yeah.
But mine was like, I'm trying to like combat not having a sinus infection.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I felt like Saturday, I felt like I was getting close. I'm like, oh no, it's going to turn into sinus infection. But then I like threw so much medicine in me and whatever. So.
Yeah, I think that we've been, I don't think I've been sick this season.
I did. I got the flu.
You did get the flu?
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, that's
We
what
got the
I.
flu last
That's
year.
what I got right now.
He's saying he's got the flu. So
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I-
stay
yeah,
away.
so you see that
I wiped it.
Clorox,
I
he's
wiped
got
everything
Clorox
down.
disinfectant wipes over
Yeah.
there, and stay away.
Try not to touch
I'm gonna
everything.
go home and like wash my hands in bleach.
Scrub.
So, Connected by Water, presented by Joey Accardi, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Subaru. Said it correctly. Yay. Has been, this is episode 36, and it has been quite the adventure. Like, again, you talk about that fear of, is this going to work? I mean, I'm an artist. So this is like different territory for me. You know, I mean, I always thought I could do this, and I always like talking to people and I like hanging out. And, but we like when we first started this, we like wung it, and I got hooked up with John, and I'm like, do you think we can do this? And this is my idea. And he's like, yeah. And then like without his help, you know what I mean? It would have been very difficult to do this show. Without his help, it still would be difficult. The show wouldn't happen. And then without the help and the people along the way, and you guys have probably certainly had people help you along the way.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
For sure.
you can't do it without help. So that's another thing to think about when you're saying, oh, are people going to come? Is this, you know, well, you're going to have a network you can rely on. And if you surround yourself with that network, then it's going to be good. So I don't know.
Yeah.
No worries, right?
Yeah. No, I mean it's been surprisingly really good. And we've had like a lot of help from people that are
So am I being confusing right now? I was like, so like trying to like eat an ibuprofen.
so we just pause and let you take your meds.
Yeah, let's pause this. So, all right, no, here, what, can you read the back of that? How many of those am I supposed to take?
Oh.
I'm always so scared of that.
1 caplet every 4 to 6 hours while symptoms persist.
1. All right.
One.
If
symptoms
symptoms do not respond to
to
1
one.
caplet, 2 caplets may be used. So I
So-
feel like because you're an adult, you could probably just take 2.
Well, how many milligrams?
I'm going to take
reading
1.
it.
No, because I get scared.
Good.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like,
You're towards the
'Cause
end of it too, so you probably
ibuprofen-
don't need much.
Well, it's
How many-
200 milligrams.
In one pill?
There's a lot of drugs in
yeah,
here.
you're you see, you guys, there's a lot of drugs. You guys are pre-med. Like, should I be taking this?
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Yeah, and then
So that's another thing, is that you guys, that's the right people to like put this over to, right? So you guys can tell
pre-med,
me.
not med.
I know, but I mean, they had to teach you something about ibuprofen when you were there the whole time, right?
I don't know. We learned a lot about viruses and bacteria.
So, see, there you go. So
Wash your hands.
wash your
Don't
hands.
touch your
All
eyes,
right.
Yeah.
and your mouth, and your nose.
All right. So help along the way and assistance
Oh.
and
Yeah, I think that we've had a lot of help. Like, I feel like when we came up here, it was like, I remember we were like, oh, a door opened up. Another door opened up.
Yeah.
Wow, we have a boat slip. Wow, this happened. Wow, we got connected with this person. And things happened, like, really fast, like, faster than we were ready for.
Yeah.
And I think that now that we've been, like, in our routine, in our groove, it's like, we're like, whoa, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've also found, when we're not booked on charters, have found some boats to work on to keep us busy, so that's been helpful too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, just to keep moving.
Yeah.
You know, that's another thing too about you're worrying if anyone's coming. I think you guys are taking the right steps by saying, you know what, whether we have a charter booked or not, we're just going to keep moving forward one way or another. And that's an important thing too.
Yeah.
That's all part of it. You know,
Yeah.
like even like, let's say, for example, when we first opened up the studio, you know, where I had a few jobs lined up, or I had a bunch of jobs lined up, but like there might be days where it's like a little slower than usual. Then you just carve out and you just move forward, and maybe you'll do a painting that day that's not commissioned or something, you know.
Oh, right.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all just, you know, about making it happen.
And we moved out.
Oh, yeah.
Well, between living in the Keys and moving up here, we moved home to our parents' house.
Just to get like our feet under us.
And
Right.
we were planning on let's live at home for a year, just save money. And I don't know, just living in Weston and commuting to Pompano to our boat
It's a lot.
at 4:00 in the morning was like, wow.
And
Yeah.
also, I feel like it's psychological. Like when you move back, I haven't lived at home since we graduated high school. So when you go back home, it like you go into that psychological place of like starting to rely on your parents
Mom's
more.
gonna do the dishes.
Or there's always food in the
you get
fridge.
lazy.
And then I just felt like I wasn't. I don't know. It was just messing with my groove, and I was like, I really need to have more responsibility. Like living at home was just.
Not that
It wasn't bad. Our parents were great. They were never
wanted
kicking
us
us out.
home.
They liked having us home, but
we liked it too, but so we got an apartment on our own.
that was with our 2 cats.
Right. Keg in the corner, right? Big party happening every night.
Yeah, we watched The Bachelor last night.
Oh, you did you? Yeah. Did you guys see the podcast we did with the Special Olympics? And
I saw
Michelle?
it. Yeah.
Like, she's like a bachelor nut.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
You guys met her the other night at the
Yeah, I saw her at the boat parade.
Yeah,
Or
at the
not
boat-
the awards dinner.
the awards dinner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Michelle's awesome,
Yeah.
but she was all like she brought it up like the Bachelor and like went off on the whole thing with the rose and everything like that. So, oh, there you go. Thank you so much. Water. All right. I don't know whatever. There goes nothing.
Yeah.
All fixed. Ready to roll.
I wish it was that simple.
Yeah, right. So let's take the drugs off the table. So, at home with your parents, I mean, so you're out on your own. You guys should be out on your own. You're making your way, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever.
Well, they thought it was a good idea too, because they were like, I feel like when you're out,
you can get soft at home though.
Yeah, that's what I felt.
Yeah.
I felt like I was just, I don't
Lose
know.
your edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't being as intense as I normally am because I feel like my home is like my safe place and my parents are my safe place, but then I'm not as strong for myself.
Right.
And I was just like, no, this isn't good.
and when you're on your own, you got to be tough.
From a business perspective, like running your own business,
Yeah.
it affects it too because, I mean, you can look at it from two respects, right? You can say, okay, I'm going to stay home and save money,
Yeah, that was
Right.
the original idea.
right? That's like
Yeah.
the original
Yeah.
plan, the only reason why you did it, right? But then you can get soft,
Right. Because then you don't have as many expenses.
right?
So then there's not as much motivation.
I remember like just before Liz and I got married, I moved back in with my parents just to save up money to get the house and just like get everything kind of in order and clean slate and everything like before, you know, we got our house and moved in and everything. And you do. You get soft. I mean, I didn't save like as much money as I was supposed to, and because you're like, all right, this is kind of nice back home, like this, like old times and
Yeah.
everything like that. And it's just, yeah, you're a little weird, but when you own your own business, there's something to be said for that hunger when you have to be fully self-sufficient on your own, paying all the bills and getting
Yeah.
everything paid for and done. And, you know, there's a certain drive and a hunger that it isn't always like inspiration that moves you. Sometimes it's necessity.
Yeah.
Like they say what necessity is the mother of all invention.
I'm pretty sure I read a quote somewhere that was like, what is it, like inspiration doesn't last forever. Like I don't remember the quote. It was like inspiration doesn't last forever, so you basically got to get up and just do it every day. That was
Well,
the
that-
gist of it.
All right. So
Yeah.
I think I told
Yeah.
you that's Chuck Close.
Oh, you told me
The artist.
Oh,
Yeah.
there
So
we go.
it's one of my favorite quotes of all time. So
Oh, yeah, you
inspiration
did
is
tell
for
us.
amateurs. Right? Because so if like you sit around and wait for inspiration all the time,
You won't have it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not an economic driver. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you got to just like move forward and keep
Yeah.
pushing forward, just like we were talking about before, where, You know, even if you're slow that day, or so you got to like find something to do and just keep moving forward. Don't just rest on your laurels and be like, okay, no one's calling me, not going to do anything today.
Yeah.
It's like, no, move your butt, get something done. No matter what it is. Like, I think it was Teddy Roosevelt that would always say that's one of his big quotes too, is get action. Like whatever it is, get action. That's what he was famous for, saying that line, get action, which means like, don't just sit around and wait for things to happen. Get out there, make something, stir something up, do something, that's, it's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, sometimes you don't have to follow your dreams. You got to make your dreams follow you.
Oh, see, you're full of good quotes.
Come on
Yeah.
now. Like that one?
Yeah.
Copyright. What's today's date? 2020, January.
21st.
January
Connected by water.
21st.
So anyway, yeah. So
That actually is on the topic of, I saw a video by Mike Rowe on Facebook, and it
that's
was
another one.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
we like micro.
about basically don't chase your passion.
Chase opportunity.
Yeah, and then bring your passion with you.
There you go.
Yeah, which I thought was good because I feel like sometimes a lot of people think we're out here like chasing our passion and doing what we're passionate about, which obviously we are passionate about fishing, but I feel like more than chasing our passion, we've just had a lot of opportunity and a lot of doors open to be doing what we're doing, and that's kind of how we got where we are. Like it was like someone offered us a job to work on a boat. Why not? Let's do it. Oh, someone offered us a job here. Wow, let's just do that. And then next thing we knew, it was just
I basically feel like we just said yes to every single
opportunity. I wasn't out there like looking to be in the fishing industry. We weren't out there like, oh, I want to fish every day. We weren't looking for that. We just said yes to,
You mean when this first started?
yeah, like way in the beginning.
Okay.
We were just like said yes to everything that came our way, and that's kind of how we got here. It
That's
wasn't
cool.
planned at all.
Yeah.
Like we were like, what do we do with our life? I don't know. Oh, let's do this.
What's the name of that? The Virgin Airways guy. What's that? You know what I'm talking? Richard Branson? Is that his name? I think it's Richard Branson. Richard Branson. He's kind of famous for these inspirational quotes and stuff like that too. And he would always say that, don't ever say no.
Yeah.
I think when Fly was on, he's the one who told me that. That he would always say, like, don't always say yes and find a way to make it happen.
Yeah.
I take that with a grain of salt
Yeah,
because
of
sometimes
course.
I gotta say no.
Obviously.
You know what I mean? Happen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's good to know how to say
But
no
if you
as
have an
well.
opportunity, like if there's an opportunity that you
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
out there, and if you say, well, I really like that's a great opportunity, but I can't make it happen because I don't have the resources. Find the resources to make
Right,
it happen. I guess
exactly.
is the point of that one. No, I don't know. Everything else has been good, right?
Yeah.
You guys were on a TV show.
Oh yeah, we filmed with George Gods.
Uh huh.
For-
Unfathomed.
Yes.
So take me through that.
Well, he brought his boat, his Camus,
Mm-hmm.
down from Stewart. I believe
That's a
where he's
beautiful
from.
boat, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was nice.
Yeah. Spoiler alert: we were the camera boat for the day.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I remember it wasn't calm that day. It was a little sporty, especially for that boat.
There's like swells.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't like
Yeah.
cool running flat calm.
But
Yeah.
considering it was 20. I don't know how
20,
big
it
it
was
was.
a small boat.
It was smaller than 30
It's a
feet.
20. I think it's a 28
Yeah.
Yeah.
bay
Yeah.
boat though.
Yeah.
bay
It's a
boat.
And
Oh,
it, like, it
boat,
handled
yeah.
it well.
Low gunnels, which
Yeah.
I'm
That
not
was
used to.
that-
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna go overboard.
Yeah.
Like I'm used to being able to lean up against the side.
And meanwhile, we're in a 48 Intrepid going,
I know.
I'm like watching TV.
Yeah, that was
But-
cool. It's kind of funny though when you're filming a TV show, like you need all the action you can get, and the fishing happened to be extremely slow that day.
It was
Yeah.
slow.
It was
Like,
slow.
but it's one of those days, and we fished from sunrise like till way after sunset because we just needed to get as many fish in the boat as possible at that point.
Well, first thing in the morning, we caught an amberjack.
Well, no, the goal
Well,
was to
Sailfish.
sailfish. So we put a kite out, and we put 3 baits out, and we sat there, and we weren't catching anything. And then Emily was like, well, let's just put a bottom rod out. And I was like, okay, you do it. I'll watch the kite rods. Because I didn't really care. I was like, I want to catch a sailfish. She's
Right.
like, well, let's put a bottom rod out.
Then we caught an amberjack. And then that was like the highlight of the morning.
Yeah. It
And
was
then-
small, but...
It was good.
Oh, it was a
It was
decent
good. Yeah,
size
it was
okay.
small.
Sorry.
I was the one that fought it.
Come on now.
True. All right.
It
I
was-
was
it
getting
was-
tired.
It was medium size.
Yeah.
It's an amberjack. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And then
Reef donkey.
Yeah.
and then the kite, basically the
Didn't we lose our wind?
I remember watching
Yeah.
you guys, and it was tough getting that kite up.
Yeah.
We felt bad for you. Like, we're
Yeah.
like, oh man, it's like trying to get
Yeah.
working hard to get that kite up.
Yeah.
There's just
Yeah.
no wind really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it started raining.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we
Like downpour rain.
like downpour rain. So we brought the kite in, and then we just drifted.
And then we caught like a 30-pound king
Yeah,
know.
on our boat.
camera boat. I was like, you guys should have hooked it up.
I've never felt
and then
so
ran
bad
over
to
past
catch
the
a
rod.
30-pound king before.
We should have hooked it up, passed the rod over to us. And then we
Maybe it
would
wasn't
have
30. Maybe it wasn't 30. It
I
was.
never saw
I never
it.
even saw it. I was.
We'll roll a picture right now. I think it's
Yeah.
like 20
Yeah.
something. I don't know, but it wasn't.
We can
really
pretend
full.
it was 30.
Yeah, I'll use Photoshop to expand the size of the fish.
Make it
for
like
30
wider.
pounds in. So we caught that fish, and I was like, oh, I felt so bad. Then we caught
Yeah.
it because I knew you guys weren't really catching anything that day.
Yeah.
But in true hardworking Gale Force fashion, what happened? You
Oh,
told us to go home.
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah.
guys-
Right?
Yeah, you guys went home.
We went home at like what 3?
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
like it was a
And
very very tough day.
I
And the
remember-
report, nothing for nothing. All the reports said, because I made a few phone calls before that day too. All the reports were saying that don't go fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
we were filming, so we had to go out that day.
Yeah.
So
And George was like literally looked at us and he's like, do whatever you got to do to get fish in the boat.
yeah,
Like, okay. So we went out deep dropping, and I think it was only maybe the second drop.
was that your call?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, it was the first drop. It was our call. Yeah. Because I remember in the beginning we were like, let's go deep drop, because we really like doing that.
Yeah.
And I think George really wanted to sailfish.
Yeah.
At least those were the vibes I
He
got.
loves sailfish.
Yeah.
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 So we were like, well, how long do we try and catch a sail? When do we go deep drop? And then I think by 3:00, we decided to go deep drop. So we went on the first drop, caught a nice blue line tile fish or gray tile fish, whatever you want to call them. It was a really nice size.
State
Yeah.
waters.
Yes.
In
We're-
state
everyone's
waters.
clear on
yeah,
that.
I know. I got some messages after that,
Yeah.
like, just so you know, but fishing on a pompano, people don't realize that it gets deep so fast that
Right.
you can
catch
on
tile
this-
fish in state waters.
Yeah, that's a good day. So
And then we hung bottom, like after 2 more drifts after that.
yeah,
And then I don't think George had any more bottom rigs. So we were like, well, we still need more fish. So then we had another bottom spot that was in 300 feet, and we figured you could hand crank at 300 feet. So
We-
we just made chicken rigs and dropped little conventionals.
and caught vermilion snappers and didn't we catch a blackfin snapper?
Yeah, we caught blackfin snapper,
And then-
vermilion snappers.
What
Aren't they inspiring, John?
Yes.
John, poor John feels like crap. Sorry, bud.
what was that other?
We
fish?
caught some species of a sea bass, and I couldn't tell you exactly.
Did you take a picture?
I did, and I actually emailed FWC,
Uh-huh.
and they emailed me back that 2 species it could have been. And
So they didn't even know for sure?
well, I thought I knew what it was, and there was no regulations for it, and I was just
But
curious.
and we're gonna keep it. It was like
We didn't keep it; it was really small, but I was just curious, so I emailed them, and then they emailed me back. Are you sure it's not this species, like a really similar looking species? And then I emailed them back, and I was like, "What's the difference between the 2?" Because I don't really know, and then they never really got back to me. So
Oh, they never got
no,
back.
not sure.
All right.
I didn't have a picture to send them because it was all
on
on the
film.
camera guys. Had
right.
it.
We didn't take a picture of it.
So that was the problem.
Oh, it was a film grab? A screen grab?
No, like I never even took a picture of
We
it
didn't pull our phones out because we were filming.
Okay.
for the show.
I mean, I did a little bit, but
Did Jacob take a picture of it?
probably
I'm sure
somebody.
I mean, they were
did.
filming it, so I know we have it on
Okay.
film. So I
Just
have
have to
kind
go
of
watch
Well,
the
let's,
show.
the investigation begins then.
yeah,
It didn't.
So,
Yeah, and
See
then
if we can figure that out. I don't like not knowing what their fish is.
I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we did that basically until after the sunset, and then I think we had enough. We caught enough fish at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we had to be at that captain's party for the parade that night. And then
Oh, yeah.
when you guys texted me that tile, I was like, oh, I relaxed. I was so worried that no fish were going to get caught that day.
You know,
so.
and I guess the camera guys were telling us that they actually they have filmed episodes that never aired because they didn't get enough footage, and they
Oh,
told
really?
us that at the end of the day. And I was like, I'm really glad you didn't tell me that in the morning because I would have been freaking out the whole time.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure there would have been around too, but, you know.
yeah, they
Yeah,
talked
that's
about
true.
if we didn't end up getting more bites or anything.
We could have fished the next day.
Yeah,
Do you know when the show's airing? Have you heard yet?
March,
he said springtime.
April,
Springtime.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So keep an eye out for it. That is Unfathomed with Captain George Gods. It premieres on the Sportsman's Channel, and this is season 2. So we were featured in season 1 very proudly, and now they're on to season 2, and I think they have more primetime slots now for season 2 because the show is incredible. The production crew does a great, outstanding job. It's a really good product. no one better than George. He's incredible and awesome. He's not only an amazing captain, but he's a good friend and a great guy. And I'm sure you guys had a good time fishing with him that day.
Yeah,
As he's very hospitable when you fish with him. He's really cool, and so is his film crew. And
Yeah, it was
check it out. Gale Force fishing on Unfathomed. So I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, we are too.
I'm actually really
I'm actually
excited
kind
to
of
see it.
nervous. Like, I don't want to watch myself on camera for 30 minutes.
I was really nervous. I was nervous because
Like-
you don't know.
Yeah.
Here, and this is a testament to those guys, because I was really nervous before the show because you feel kind of like exposed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I feel like all my weaknesses are going to be like,
Yeah, because it's a documentary on you for
Yeah.
30
Yeah.
minutes, basically.
Yeah.
And you feel exposed, and you feel like someone's pulling the curtain back, and you want to like, are people going to criticize the way I'm reeling a fish? I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
it's-
Yeah.
are people going to
you-
be like, wow, why did they do that? Or why did they do this? Or,
Right.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, George knows all about that stuff. The crew knows all about that stuff, and they're going to slice together a piece of art for you guys, just like they did for us. I wouldn't worry about it. It's going to be beautiful.
I mean, I watched your episode. I thought it was really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you haven't seen it or anything like
Yeah.
that
I
yet.
remember we watched it in this room on that TV.
No, they're
Oh,
talking about
I
yours.
thought you were talking about your episode.
No,
no,
your
your
episode.
episode.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I haven't seen my episode.
You haven't seen your
I'm scared
episode.
to watch my episode.
I know, but I feel like we should have a viewing party or something.
We should.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fun.
We could do it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally cool.
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Viewing party for Gale Force. And All right. Yeah, so that had to have been a cool experience.
Yeah, it was.
And what else? We wrapped your boat.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How's that holding up?
Well,
Is it getting banged up?
a little bit. So
It's so hard to be a charter boat with a wrap and keep the wrap nice.
yeah.
Like, let's just say, like, we're fishing, like, all the time, and the boat is...
But it's not even stuff that's our fault. It's not like, oh, I'm banging docks and stuff. It's nothing
Well,
like that.
obviously, I'm not over here banging the dock.
Right. But so the first scratch was the bait pen was on the piling, and I didn't realize that the tide was, I don't know if it was a king tide. It had been there for like a month and never had an issue, but I guess
Basically, the tide went really low, so the boat went down, but where the bait pen was attached to the piling, the pen went up. So,
I couldn't drop any
Yeah.
further, you're saying?
yeah, the bait pen couldn't stay
Yeah.
in the water. It came up out of the water and then scratched the side of the boat, which you saw those
I
scratches.
saw those, yeah.
Those
They
were-
were like surface scratches.
No
Like,
worries.
no big
Yeah.
deal.
And then the only thing I guess you don't know about was we got our boat pulled out of the water because we're having issues with our motor, and we don't have a trailer for our boat, so the boat the trailer that the mechanic brought was like one size too small, and the white, I don't know what they're called.
The PVC
The
poles?
yeah, on
Yeah.
the sides they were too low, and
They, like-
pulling the boat up just
they, like-
down the side, kind of scratched it.
Yeah.
I will check it out.
So
But it
it's
wasn't
not,
like...
it's not. Oh my god, it's not obvious, but
Yeah, but then also, the first time we tried to get bait out of our bait pen, we did scratch the side of the wrap.
but
But now we know how to do it without scratching the wrap.
Cool.
Yeah. We didn't, yeah. I don't know. Having a wrap is like, whoa. I mean, we love it, and I definitely want to keep it. But
yeah.
it's really hard not to keep it pretty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, you're working.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it's there for.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys, speaking of working, tell me about some of your charters. So I know we talked before about how your focus is families and
Yeah.
kids and stuff like that, but that's not to limit you guys from taking
Right.
out.
Yeah,
you know
we'll
what I
take
mean?
out
So I don't want
everybody.
people to get the wrong idea that
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're a male, that
Right.
you can't call
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
no,
to,
no,
to
no.
ask you guys
Yeah.
to go fishing. So how have some of your charters been? Tell me about some of those.
It's been good.
Yeah. We actually had, speaking of men, we had some brothers. It was 2 brothers come on our boat up here, maybe like a month ago.
It was in December.
And we caught, it was winter, so I thought that was cool. We caught mahis, tunas, almacos. Like, we had a fun day, and I asked them why they booked us. And they were just like, oh, you were available. Like, okay, cool. So I thought it was nice. And they were I think they were from
They're
Illinois.
from the Midwest, Illinois. We get
Yeah.
a lot of people from the Midwest. They're always really nice people. We've gotten a wide variety of families and people with kids and people not with kids. I mean, we kind of get everybody, even though we tend to advertise ourselves as like family fishing. And I think we just do that on purpose because
You guys are so good with the kids.
We
though.
just want to
You know,
stay
you
away from
really
the
are.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, I mean that. You know,
Yeah.
because if I think it's a pretty unique niche to advertise in that way because maybe not every, you know what I mean, guy charter captain wants to take kids out. You know,
Yeah.
but
Right.
you guys are naturally just so good with the kids. That,
Yeah.
you know, it's a good fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only, I guess, downside is that particularly these past few weeks, it's been really rough. So the
Right.
kids tend to get sick. So a handful of our charters, we always go out anyways. I tell them, like, we don't have to stay out. You know, I just recommend that we try. It's perfectly safe. But if anyone doesn't feel well, we come back in and we fish the intercoastal. And we've done that for maybe 3 or 4 of our charters this month.
Right.
And
Is that what happened with the CUDA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we caught
Was that yesterday or
barracudas.
the day before?
It was Monday.
Monday. Okay.
Or,
Oh,
well,
no,
no,
Friday.
days ago.
It was Friday.
Friday.
Today's Tuesday.
Oh, I don't know. I don't work Monday to Friday. You,
just,
know.
You just mixed up a Monday
Yeah.
with a Friday. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was I remember like there was 3 kids on the boat and all of them started to feel seasick. Nobody had thrown up or anything yet, and I kind of just looked at the parents and I was like, I really don't want to ruin this day for your kids. Like once they start throwing up, it can really like
Yeah,
make
it's,
a
it's,
kid
it's
just
over.
it's
Yeah.
over. So I was like, why don't we just go in? We'll fish intercoastal. It's no big deal. And it was a 4-hour trip. So by the time we went in, there wasn't that much time left anyways.
Yeah.
We actually caught a catfish on a
Yeah.
goggle eye.
Yeah. Like the
The
cat
goggle
Really?
eye was
Yeah.
like this big, and the catfish was like,
Come on.
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
How did it even fit?
I don't
No
know. Like
idea.
I was like, hey, that rod looks like there's a fish on there.
So I
And
started
then-
reeling it in, but the goggle eye was so big, I couldn't really tell. So I was like, you know what? Just in case there's a fish on there, I handed the rod off, and then it was the kid. He starts reeling it in, and it was it was a catfish.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, wow.
Yeah. And then
So-
we.
Did you keep that catfish and
No.
mount it? I mean, that was an
Right?
expensive bait that
Yeah.
catfish ate.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. And then.
Remember that catfish forever now.
Yeah. They thought it was cool.
Yeah.
And then we went and caught barracuda. And I mean, in the intercoastal, you catch like jacks,
Mm-hmm.
barracuda,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I mean, it's just fun action, and
Yeah.
they enjoyed it. So.
I always like at night going for tarpon and snook. You know,
Yeah.
so it's
I
always a
know.
good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You fish around the lights and everything
Yeah.
and the bridges. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's always cool.
Yeah, we actually we offer nighttime snapper fishing,
Uh-huh.
but it has to be calm for that, like yellowtailing, like
Like
catching,
we
like
should.
chumming the reef and everything. And we had a trip that someone wanted to do that, but it was too rough. So I told them, if you want to go at night, then we could try snook fishing and tarpon fishing.
Mm-hmm.
But they were really particular about getting snapper. So then we just ended up going in the day and deep dropping for snappers instead.
Caught vermilions, and then
Mm-hmm.
we went trolling for a little and caught some tunas.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, business is good.
Yeah.
TV
Yeah.
show, like all this
Yeah.
stuff like that. But how are you adjusting to Pompano? I mean, everyone okay? I mean, has
Yeah.
it been like dramatic or, any, you know?
No, I mean, obviously it's
I
been.
know sometimes
yeah.
I mean, and I'm not speaking to Pompano in general. I'm just like anywhere you go new, you got to
Yeah.
navigate like a new kind of circle of people, and you know what I mean. But it seems like you guys have found like your way. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
I think like life wise, everything's been fine. But the fishing, I was surprised at how different the fishing was up here than it is in the Keys, because you're not even that far away when you really think about it. But it's very drastic, and I was just
Fishing
surprised.
here, I mean, you don't have to
Yeah.
go far at all.
What?
You don't have to go far out at all.
No,
You know?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just like really surprised at how the things that we did in the Keys don't work at all up here. Some of them.
Like
Some-
what?
Well, I
We
mean,
really need a
from-
planer fish up here.
Yeah.
We've learned that. We have a whole planer set up now.
right.
We didn't really planer fish in the Keys. Like, it just wasn't a thing. You don't need to do it. Up here, it's like a staple. So
Yeah.
catch a lot of our fish that way.
Yeah.
Kite fishing is really popular up here. Down in the Keys, I mean, people do it, but I mean,
Yeah, it's
all
not
the
as much.
all the boats
Yeah.
that we had worked on down
Well,
there, they hardly ever
think
did it.
Down there, I mean, of course you can kite fish and catch sailfish like the way we do it up here, but there's so many, the reef is so large that from a charter perspective, when people just want to go out and have a good time, you're much better off.
You have so many other options.
Right. Especially
Yeah.
in the winter when it's kind of rough. In the Keys, you're better off anchoring up on like the shallow reef and catching yellowtails as opposed to putting your people in rough seas trying to catch a sailfish. But out here by us, putting the kites up is only like what, a mile out?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
that, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a lot more.
Yeah,
it's
but I
easier
really
to-
like kite fishing, so I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I mean it's been fun.
You guys have adjusted well to the kite
Yeah.
fishing aspect.
Yeah,
of it,
Yeah.
yeah. We got Tigers working with us, so they've
Cool.
been really helpful. They've
Yeah.
given us like everything we could need,
yeah,
like outriggers, mounts, every kite
Nice.
boxes.
Yeah, it's a really
Yeah.
good company.
It's
Tigers.
been really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really a bunch of good people over there.
because we
too.
had
really like
nothing,
them a lot here too.
like no kite gear at all.
yeah. We actually met Boone
Mm-hmm.
at ICAST, and he asked us about our kite fishing, and I was like, honestly, I don't have any kite fishing gear because we've been fishing in the Keys.
Right.
And he was like, okay, well, we'll get you set up, and they did, and it's definitely been worth it.
Yeah. And anytime we've needed something like, oh, I do you have this? And they're like, yeah. And then they're close, so we can drive up and get it. And if not, they
Mail it to us.
overnighted stuff to us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's been
that's
nice.
cool.
We've got like tridents from them and stuff, and it's actually made chartering much. I mean, as a charter boat, you can't just like go buy everything.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So it's very helpful.
And again, that's like this. We have to
Yeah.
look at the people who support you along
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's great. You know, and Tigers is a really good company. You know, they're really, Boone and all them over there, they're a really good group of people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And we wrapped a boat for them. We wrapped Lemieux's boat.
Oh
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah. So we're pretty stuck with the way that one came out. That's a Black Bones design that we've been doing with Chris
Yeah.
for years now.
Yeah.
And we were finally able to convert it into a wrap, which is cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then they were happy. Tigers was happy with it, so
Yeah.
Chris was
Good.
happy with it, so
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then down the Keys. You guys ever do any backcountry fishing
Never
when you were
did.
down
Well,
there?
not
No.
particularly. The only thing that we did do was when it was really rough, we'd go fish the mangrove trees. Or, sorry, we'd go fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We fish the mangrove islands for
Yeah.
mangrove snappers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we go out and we catch cobia out back.
Yeah. But not like trout and redfish.
Yeah, it's
More-
hard to get in a lot of places with that
Yeah.
Intrepid back
Yeah.
in the day.
Yeah.
So more cobias, kingfish, mangrove snappers, lane
Yeah.
snappers. Like we'll run 20 miles out in the Gulf. That's what we would do,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
as opposed to 20 miles out in the Atlantic.
It was down in Big Pine. I mean, you're
Yeah.
kind of close to the bottom there with the Key West and stuff.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it how do you kind of like shoot like past Key West? Like, what's really
Pretty
kind of
much,
the direction?
Well, more so like, so Big Pine is like, there's a lot of really good backcountry and it's really quick to go either way. So we just more so go, if we're going to go fish the Gulf from Big Pine, we go like 20 miles straight north
Mhm.
instead of like we don't go past Key West. We stay
Okay.
inside.
Got ya.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just
Cool.
like wrecks out there.
Like Content Key and all
Yeah.
those places out
Yeah.
there.
We're like just east of Content.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to think about it 'cause it's on an angle, you know?
So do you miss it? The Keys?
I do.
She misses it more than I miss
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like we went down last 2 weekends ago because
Yeah.
it was just blowing and like nobody could have any trips and like, let's just go for fun and we kind of went and it was really too rough to fish anyways and
Yeah.
being there I was like I'm really glad I'm not here anymore. Like I like it there, it's really pretty,
Nice place to visit.
nice
Yeah.
place to visit, but I just really like being in a much more civilized area and
Mhm.
having a lot to do, whereas she really
Right.
likes it.
I feel like living up here is a lot more of a well-rounded lifestyle,
Right.
especially having a business. Being down there, it's like the fishing is amazing, but I mean, there's not much
There's
else
not much to do.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and it's just like the culture down there is for not, I won't say everyone because we do know people down there that are good people that have their head on their shoulders, but it's just you go fishing, you go to the bars, you drink.
Yeah,
you
but
turn
I-
up, you
drinking
do-
a lot,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's true for down there, but that's also true for the charter fishing
That's true.
industry.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anywhere,
Yeah.
I would think
Yeah.
you just gotta find the right crowd.
Yeah.
You got to find the right crowd. And
Yeah.
I think you just
Yeah.
hit the nail on the head. I mean, and that's really kind of like anywhere in life.
Yeah.
I mean that's
You
true
know?
because I remember we talked to, but I feel like there's so many jobs out there that are high stress, and there's a huge crowd of people that after work they just want to go and
You know, I would. You always got to think about, like, and you guys aren't like this, but I'm sure you know, like, kids who've grown up this way, who think that they can move away from their problems.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh, I ran in with the bad crowd, and I got to get away from this crowd,
Oh,
so
right.
I'm going to move with my uncle in this state.
Right.
And then what they realize is that
They
you
just
can't run
find-
from yourself.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe it wasn't the crowd, and maybe it was
Yeah.
you. Maybe it wasn't Florida.
Yeah.
Maybe it was you.
Right.
You know, like, so it's like, yeah, you got to find the right people no matter where you are.
Exactly.
You know, and I think that's possible. You know, just, you got to just kind of rest within your own moral structure and, you know,
Yeah.
do it the right way.
We had we worked a charter on someone else's boat last week, and the clients, they thought it was really cool what we did, and one of them made a comment like, I mean, you're in this industry because all you get to do is party and fish all the time, right? And I was like,
no.
so far from that. I don't
Right.
have first of all, I don't have the energy to party after I fish all day, so it's like that's
Right.
not going to happen.
Yeah, they offered us
They had a lot of
White Claws. Do you want a White Claw? No, I'm good. I'm here to work. And then
The White Claw. What's
do
the
you want
thing-
another
what's the
White
thing
Claw?
with the White Claw?
Like,
No.
I'm really fine. Like maybe later after the trip. And then do you want? I'm like, no, I'm really okay. Like
They were nice people.
they were
I know
really
they
nice.
meant well.
They were cool. But
So that's like a thing now, White Claw.
White Claws. Yeah, I've actually never had one.
I've never had one, but I, mean,
I
I see
give
them
it
like
one,
people posting about it all the time,
Yeah.
and like makes me feel old. I'm like,
Well,
I don't know
it's
what
like-
this is. Like, are you familiar with the whole White Claw
Yeah.
scene?
Yeah.
It's a thing now.
I don't drink them, but yeah, that's like the.
What is it?
That's like
Is
the
it- is it a
new
beer or-
like frat
It's
boy
a-
drink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna
Really?
say. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
it's a hard seltzer water.
Yeah.
It's like-
so it's like low calorie,
Yeah,
but
low sugar, low calorie.
It's basically
tastes-
like having a vodka soda, but it's in a can
The more
for
you
you,
know way.
ready to go.
Oh.
But I don't think it's even. Is it liquor? I don't.
I think it's.
yeah.
I forget what it's based.
I don't even know.
It's like a malt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't
I don't
know.
know. I see people posting about this White Claw.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? So, anyway, I don't know. So,
It's okay.
but you're talking about you guys do party though. You went, guys saw the Jonas Brothers.
We did.
On what was it? New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me. Hey, when we told me about this, I'm like, wait.
It
a
was
minute,
actually
what?
really fun. So the Jonas Brothers played at the Fountain Blue, and they had like a
Yeah, like an exclusive thing, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
it was like a poolside concert basically, and we saw it and we were like, we should just do this. It's fun. So we like invited our friends, and we decided to go down and.
We stayed in Miami. We didn't like drive.
No,
'cause that
yeah,
would've
we
been
like
a late
decided to
night.
get like a hotel,
Yeah, good.
and we planned it
And
like
no White Claws.
Yeah, no White Claws.
Yeah, we planned it like
It was like in October.
planned it like October. Like as soon as we saw it, we were like, we should make these plans now because New Year's in Miami is gonna like be crazy if we don't make the plans now.
Yeah, but it was actually a nicely run event. It wasn't overcrowded. It
Yeah.
wasn't like you had to go through security to get inside. So that was nice. Like I felt safe, I guess. Unfortunately, in this world, you know,
Right.
events like that can be sketchy.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
I think you're pretty safe, Fountain Blue, Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, that-
Yeah,
You
well, that's
you
the
think that's
second
going to be a
time.
pretty responsible
Yeah.
This
venue.
is the second time we saw the Jonas Brothers this year.
yeah.
I remember when you guys told me that, like, I'm like, oh, what are you doing for New Year's? And you told me you're going to go see the Jonas Brothers. And like, I think sometimes from like, and don't take this the wrong way.
Yeah.
When, you know, because we talk all the time. So, and we just talk, right? Like friends would. And I'm just like, you know, whatever. Thinking like, okay, we're all on the same level here. We're all just hanging out. We're just talking. And then you bust out something like the Jonas Brothers. And I'm like, all right. You guys just made me feel old. But it's all good.
Yeah. Well, they came out with their they got back together
Yeah.
because they were like
They broke up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were
Tell me
like
all about it.
our popular music when we were in middle school.
Okay.
middle
And
school.
then they broke up.
they were like the teen boy band.
Yeah.
To like watch and listen to.
Like the
Yeah.
NSYNC Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
thing.
I mean,
Right.
we kind of were Backstreet Boys, but we were a little young when Backstreet Boys were popular.
Yeah.
John was really into him when he was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they broke up sometime, I don't know, after we
Middle
were in
school.
middle school. And then they got back together like less than a year,
Like
maybe a
like
year
year or
ago.
two
That's because
ago.
Joe's really the
Yeah.
talent, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Right?
no, I think
No.
Nick's really the talent.
I don't even know.
Who's the one that plays guitar?
Well, Kevin plays the guitar. Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
They're all
All right. We really just went down a Jonas Brothers rabbit hole.
Yeah, but they got back together and now they have like, you know, adult music.
yeah.
You know, they're
They're more mature.
yeah.
All right.
So it's been fun. They're cool.
Yeah. So you guys blasting some Jonas Brothers on your charters?
No, but we do play Kids Bop.
Yeah,
You play Kids Bop?
yeah.
Yeah, we had a charter. We had a charter with two boys, and it was really rough. And one of the boys started to get scared, and he was like, "We're gonna die! We're gonna
Oh,
die!"
no,
He was
really?
like crying. I felt really bad.
Crying, and I was like, guys, like, let's just go fish. It wasn't. He was fine, but you know, he just was really cute and thought he was gonna die. So we were like, let's go fish the intercoastal. It's okay. And I was like trying to like calm him down. I was like, what kind of music do you like? And he's like crying like Kids Bop. I'm like, okay.
Aw.
So I go on like Apple Music. We listen to Kids Bop like for 6 hours, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to Kids Bop.
It's just like all the popular music, but
They
The
changed the,
kids
words.
redo
Yeah, and
the
the
kids
kids
redo
redo
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids make me play that in the truck all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause-
Yeah, sure. They make you play it.
All right, you got me back.
Yeah. Yeah, I was telling the parents, like, this is pretty good music. And they were like, oh, we're tired of it.
yeah, we're like, it's a nice change for us, you know?
Yeah, that's cool. Well, just another reason why you guys are always so good with kids in the charter. So
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think it's pretty important to spotlight that, you know, just in case, and like if I think more kids should fish.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good way to grow up, and it teaches you a lot of things about responsibility and
Patience.
patience, exactly,
Fishing.
and you know, and
Yeah.
working hard towards a goal, and
Yeah. We
You know
bring
what I
them snackle boxes.
Yeah. I should have brought one. Could have showed you how cool they
Yeah,
were.
so
a snackle box.
Yes.
yeah, so we work with Plano. They give us Plano and Fraybill, like
Yeah.
tackle boxes and nets and I don't know, bait stuff like aerators and stuff. But so they gave us a bunch of like those. Is it the 3500 series or something?
It's like the small
the
ones.
small
Okay.
box, and
Yep.
it's food safe because it doesn't have any like film in it or anything. But we put
Individually
wrapped
wrapped.
candy in it, and we basically take a tackle box and we fill it up with candy, and we give it to the kids. So like one row will be like all Skittles, and then like Sour Patch Kids and like Swedish Fish and like Twizzlers, and
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
and they love it. And then you know,
And they go home with a tackle box.
They get to keep it.
Oh, so they keep the box.
Yeah,
and
they
everything.
keep it.
That's really cool. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
The so snackle box. That's awesome. Did you guys come up with that name?
No, actually,
Yeah, I guess we can't take credit
we
for the
can't take
name.
it. Take Me Fishing is another.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted
Yeah.
to kind of work towards
Oh, okay.
towards talking about
Yeah.
that, all the work you guys do with that. 'Cause
Oh,
that's
yeah.
kind of what I was getting at with the kids, and like it's so
Yeah.
important to
Yeah.
bring the kids, you know what I mean, fishing.
Yeah.
And that's why you know, if you're a parent and you want your kid to learn how to fish offshore, you know what I mean, these are the guys to do it.
Yeah.
With. I mean, for sure, because obviously, if you're listening right now, you can hear how you know they got their heads screwed on right about this whole operation, and they're doing it right because they've considered all the aspects of you know the things that can go right and things that can go wrong, and they're prepared for it for your children. But you guys work a lot with Take Me Fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So not only tell me about what you guys do with them, tell me more about Take Me Fishing in
Yeah.
general. 'Cause I think it's a really good organization.
Yeah, it's really cool.
They're like a nonprofit company, and their big goal is just to kind of get everybody out on the water, including kids and dads and moms and
and not even out on the water, just out of the house.
out of the
and
house,
outside.
fishing. Just go out and have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And a big thing for them is just kind of like being a resource for information. You can go on their website and find out like where the nearest boat ramps are, or where the nearest like public park is that you're allowed to fish, and how to get a fishing license and how to get your boating license. So
It's a full resource too.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
a lot of information. You can go online and like I think you can pick your state and your city, and they show you like where
Yeah.
you can legally fish from land, because you know there's so many rules about it. It's like not
Yeah.
easy if you don't know anything about
Yeah.
fishing. How do I know where I can go and not get in trouble?
Right.
Yeah,
like
so
it
it's a
gives
really
you
good-
bridges you can fish off of, and
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've worked with them, and we do some charters with them where we basically take out kids, or really anybody, kids, families.
I mean, the last one we did was actually an Instagram giveaway, and we literally had a set of rules for our followers to do, and then they entered themselves into a giveaway, and we did a little raffle and pulled a name out of a hat, and they won a fishing charter with us. And then
through Take Me
yeah,
Fishing?
through Take Me Fishing, and then we've
kind
also
of spend the whole day like helping push Take Me Fishing's message just to get outside, and
Yeah.
they have like
Nice.
big like slogans like I'm the captain of my own ship and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
yeah,
Cool.
like making waves is one of their
But
campaigns.
they're the ones that gave us the original idea for the snackle
right.
box.
Well, they provide snackle boxes.
Yeah,
for
when we
the
do those
charters.
trips, they send us the snackle boxes as well.
So, and then we were like, well, I want to do that outside of Take Me Fishing too, because it's such a good idea and the kids
Right.
love it. So we
Yeah.
also offer it on our charters.
But we
Yeah,
don't
that's cool.
we don't sell them, we give them away.
Yeah, no, they're
We
not.
say we offer it.
Yeah, I guess that sounded.
I think that's cool that they
Yeah.
do all the resources
It is
like
cool.
that because
Yeah.
if you know, for someone, it can be an intimidating thing to break
Yeah, I
into.
think it is.
Yeah.
Fishing just in general. First of all, if you didn't grow up in Florida, that's challenge number one.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
to come into this new environment. If you don't know anything about fishing, but want to fish, you see people on social media catching fish, you want to do that too. But you just try to navigate your way and figuring out. You can go to Bass Pro and talk to the guys
Yeah.
that are very helpful, and it's probably one good way to do it too, or your local tackle shop,
Yeah.
and talk to one of the local guys there. And I think that's also an important thing too. People shouldn't feel intimidated because if they're open and honest, when you go into a tackle shop, I mean, I think for the most part, you're going to get guided in the right way. But that's not going to do everything for you. It's not going to be a complete resource. So it's nice that is available
Yeah.
at takemefishing.org.
Yeah.
.org.
Takemefishing.org. You can go there and find all those resources to help you get started and help you break through and,
Yeah.
answer a lot of the questions that maybe, you
Yeah.
have.
And they're always uploading new articles. Like I just saw one recently of how to pick the perfect fishing boat for a family. Like it's more than just where you can fish or where the boat ramps are. It's
Kind of have like a blog,
yeah, it's like a blog and
social media. They do
Yeah.
all of it. Just
Yeah.
to
So
kind
if-
of give information.
if you're a family looking to get a boat, like it offers guidance on how to do that. Or if you're looking to learn how to catch something, like it offers information on that too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I'm sure they're treating you guys right as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
they're,
it's a
they're
good.
really
We
good
like
to work
working with them. We'll probably be meeting with them at the boat show in Miami in February.
Are you guys heading out to the boat show?
Probably. I mean, we've gone.
for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And then we're going to be setting up for the Jimmy Johnson soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we're excited about that.
What are you
one
guys
coming up.
doing for the Jimmy Johnson?
Well, I mean, I'm
You're the
painting it-
artist?
I'm the artist of the tournament every year. I have been
Yeah, I
for like
should've
the
known
past
that.
9 years, things like that. And painting another guitar this year. So
Cool.
this year we're stepping it up a level, and we're going to be doing a double neck, and everyone's really excited about that. So we just got done with the new artwork. We haven't posted it up yet. We will be revealing it soon, and then we're going to be there at the gifting suite. They're doing in years past they've done the gifting on the opening Saturday, then had all their schedule of events that week, and then had their tournament, and then Saturday is all the awards and everything. They would do them all there on Saturday at the last day of fishing. But this year they switched it around a little bit, and they're going to have their opening captains, I think, on the Tuesday, and fish on the Thursday and Friday, and then everyone comes back for the Saturday, and there's going to be a full day of gifting suite and awards and party, and it's going to be really like a fun day for
that's
everybody.
cool.
Yeah,
That
so
is
it's going to
really
be
cool.
very cool. So we'll be there at the gifting suite giving away something from the studio, and also presenting the guitar for auction, and just there having a good time. We're going to be actually podcasting that day.
Nice.
Cool.
There live.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. So hopefully we'll be able to have a recent Hall of Famer Jimmy Johnson come on
Yeah.
for a few minutes
That's
just to
cool.
say
Yeah.
hi, and maybe some of the other celebrities that are there. And that's going to be on Saturday, March 7th, and that is going to be a live podcast. So
Yeah, we're gonna be there too, right?
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
you're
we-
going to be
yeah.
there too. Yeah, you will be there with the
I
studio.
know. We
Yeah.
committed to. I was like, yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, you'll be there. So if anyone wants to just tune in, I don't know what time that we're going to start that. We're going to be posting that up, but Saturday, March 7th, we will be live from the Hard Rock, the new Guitar Hotel.
Oh,
Yep.
That's cool.
I'm really
Yep.
excited.
I haven't
I've
even
never
been
So
been
that's
there.
where we're going to be podcasting from. So hopefully everybody tunes in
That'll
and
be a lot of
and
fun.
watches and joins in, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. So I know John's looking forward to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get to meet
He'll be
Coach.
feeling better by then.
Yeah.
I
should
guarantee
be.
it.
I'll probably be sick then too.
No, you won't.
Something around tournaments, I always get sick. I don't know.
Well, I
weird.
think you're doing it right now. You're getting all your sick out of you right now,
Yeah.
and, right? Get through it, get
Trying.
over it, and right, then you'll be fine. Then you'll be
Yep.
immune to the world.
Yep.
So, but yeah, that's another fun tournament. So, and then I don't know, a bunch of good things coming up for the studio this year. We're going to be doing a lot of events. I know we've got planned to set up for the Pompano Beach Seafood Festival coming up, and we're going to be doing a bunch of promotions for our new store, our online store coming up, and a lot of cool positive things happening.
Yeah, it's cool.
Then I'm going to try to paint more this year, and I'm going to try to fish more this year.
Have more
And we,
fun.
yeah, as much as we say that, I've still been like buried in the studio,
Yeah.
like behind my desk and everything like that, getting January started, but we'll get there. So, What else with you guys? Tell me some things. Come on, tell me some adventures.
I think. We've just been like so busy.
Yeah,
We
doing
haven't
what?
like with our business.
Yeah.
I think like we wanted to travel somewhere, but we haven't had time.
You know what we found? So fishing was like something we did for fun.
Right.
Now that we do it for work, we feel like we need something to do for fun. So we're like, what do we want to do for fun?
We got into art.
So yeah, we actually
it.
subscribed to a watercolor painting like subscription, basically.
A what?
A watercolor painting subscription.
What do you mean, like how to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, we did like a 3-month subscription. So
Okay.
once a month for
I painted lemons.
3 months.
Let me see this.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's great.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
So you get a box.
We'll have to give this to John. We'll put it up on the screen so
Yeah.
everyone can see your lemons. You see, this is outstanding.
Thanks, we tried. No, yeah, it's like
Watercolors are tough medium to control.
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
I
I mean,
felt
I'm
like
saying it's with all
Maybe
the
you could
Yeah.
tell me,
detail.
what am I doing wrong when it gets fuzzy around it? Is it too much?
You're not doing anything wrong.
Oh,
That's watercolor.
It's whether, I wouldn't look at it as right or wrong.
okay.
You're just getting
Yeah.
that effect, because if that's not the effect that you want, then you're just going to have to use a different technique.
Got it.
If it's getting fuzzy around,
Yeah.
you're probably using a lot of water.
Yeah.
And it's
Making
the water,
it bleed.
the water's
Yeah.
spreading into
Yeah.
the paper, and
Yeah.
watercolor isn't going to really stop until it's dry.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what I mean? So it's always
Yeah.
going to travel through water. So if it's still wet on the edges, that watercolor is going to travel through to that edge, and whether you see it or not, it's going to dry. And once it dries, it's going to look different when it's dry than when it looks
I
when
know,
it's wet.
that's what's weird.
Yeah.
So then it's going to dry, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, that edge is fuzzy. That's because
Yeah.
you probably used a
yeah.
lot of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
But
cool.
It's cool.
Like
it's fun.
basically every week they come out with like it's like
A
a
new
YouTube
painting.
video,
Yeah, and
and
you
a
follow
painting,
along.
and you like watch it on YouTube and you follow along. And it's like this girl, and like she's like, okay, these are the colors we're gonna use.
Yeah.
And you just like paint for like an hour. We've been
Yeah.
doing that.
And it's
Cool.
short. It's like 55 minutes, and then you're done, and you have this cute little painting. And it's all about, this is fun, and there's like you don't need a reason to create. I like
So
that.
this is great. So when we
Yeah.
set up paint nights in the studio,
yeah.
I'll
and
come.
you guys have honed your skills,
Yeah.
so you guys can be instructors in the studio.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That's awesome that you guys are
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
We had Ricky on, Captain Ricky Schlee on recently, and we discussed that about when you turn your passion or whatever
Yeah.
into your job, you got to navigate that properly
Yeah.
to still love it. I mean, because you could turn out hating it real quick if
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
put your mind in the right place. And art's certainly like that. Now, I mean,
Right. You've done it too.
yeah, I mean, I've been an artist my whole life, but it's not like I don't paint for me anymore. That's why a
Right.
lot of times, I think that was part of my problem this past year. If it wasn't tied to a job, then I was going to go hang out with my family or play with my kids or just be dad, as opposed to saying, no, I'm going to do something for me, or, and that's not to say I don't have ideas running through my head, because I always do. But this year I'm going to do a better job of putting all that down on paper and canvas and whatnot,
Yeah.
because you gotta let that flow. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Right.
it's like every now and then, even for you guys, you're probably going to find that you're not going to fish for fun anymore. If
Right.
it's not for
I
a
think we
payment
need
or
to-
for a job, then
Right.
Yeah.
you're probably not going to head out.
I know.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
We
And
need a
maybe every
plan.
now and then you should,
Yeah, I was
just to
we
fish.
should plan like a
Yeah. Well, we did that on
fishing day for the two of us.
yeah.
That's
cou-
I,
yeah.
that's why I think it's cool that you guys do you guys go bass fishing.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause that's one way to
Like I won't take.
get through that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just something fun that we do.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's important, I think, to do
Yeah.
that, because it's also a different type of fishing, gives you a different perspective.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like you're at the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Quote
think so.
unquote, right?
I think that's why, like, when we travel, we like to fish where we travel too, because I like to hire a charter.
Yeah, exactly.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's fun when
Yeah.
you're traveling and then you go on a charter and then you're the client.
Yeah,
And,
like we,
you know.
were- yeah.
Who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody. I think it was Jeff Maggio that I was talking to him about this lunker dog, and where he said that he still likes to charter, out
Yeah.
other captains
On
because
his podcast, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
good-
him you were talking
right,
to about
yeah,
it.
and then because he can learn from other captains, and you just get a different perspective and just see
Yeah.
how other guys do it, and every now and then, it's nice, it's fun to
Yeah.
just charter,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
go out and go and charter.
We have a
charter other
charter
guys.
coming up in the end of February. It's a husband and wife, and they both have their own charter business out of the west coast of Florida, and they do a bunch of inshore fishing. And the wife's the one that booked the charter. She's a captain as well. And she was like, I just really want to go offshore, and I want someone to take me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. She was
so-
just like, we catch a lot of, tarpon and Goliath groupers and all of like West Coast inshore fish. And I asked her, I was like, well, since you know how to fish, I'm going to ask you if you have a preference, because typically we'll just do whatever we think is best. But since she obviously has experience, and she was just like, whatever there is offshore, basically.
Like, I just
okay.
want to go have
Just
fun.
offshore, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
so-
cool.
So they're probably catching a bunch of like redfish and stuff
Yeah.
and stuff over
Yeah.
the trout.
Yeah. She said she
Yeah.
wants a break from the inshore stuff.
So-
So we have a full day offshore with her and her
I
husband.
think that's kind of important, especially for anyone who's fished for any length of time,
Yeah.
to get out and fish a different way.
Yeah.
Even like, me too, where like I got this fly rod that I haven't really like harnessed yet, but it's something that I want to start getting into because it's a different feel and it's a different perspective and it's a different way to operate.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that can kind of help like keep it new and, keep it fun and keep it different and give yourself a little variety. And I think that's another thing too, like a lot of these storied captains that, they'll just do one type of fishing for all these years and length of
Yeah.
time, and it could turn them bitter and they
Yeah.
could lose their love for the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's when they start getting mean to their customers, and that's when they start, making fun of everyone on social media for not, and they think that they're holier than thou, and
Yeah.
they get a little chip on their shoulder. And sometimes if you go do a different type of fishing that maybe you're not the best at, it could humble you too and give you a little
Yeah.
perspective sometimes. So, I'm not signaling out anybody in particular, but it is kind of a way some of the more
Yeah,
seasoned guys
Definitely.
have a tendency to operate. No, I don't know, but I like bass fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too.
I really do. I grew up bass fishing. I grew up both fishing, offshore and bass fishing, but having grown up on this side of the tracks, that was really the first type of fishing I ever done.
Yeah.
I still do today. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's not like, something I do all the time, but every now and then I'll just go catch a bass
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
or get some peacocks or something like
Yeah.
that.
I think we're the opposite. We grew up like offshore fishing for fun, and then obviously that became our job. So then it was only maybe a year ago we were like, well, let's go bass fishing for
I have
fun.
no idea
Right.
what we're doing.
So yeah, I had never bass fished before, but I just wanted to do something different. So we did.
So how was that when you first started getting into it?
It was fun. It was honestly, I was like so
A lot
much
of
more
walking.
calm. Oh yeah,
A lot of, yeah.
yeah. But it was a lot more calm and just like not so intense. Like there's no rough seas,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more
that's true.
relaxing, I thought.
Where did you guys start out? Like Markham Park area?
Yeah.
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 You guys still fish there?
Um.
I think we've only been there once.
Yeah.
We've only gone a handful of times.
Mm-hmm.
Every other time we've gone bass fishing, we do it in Disney.
Yes.
Right. The Disney trip.
Yep.
Right.
So.
What's his face isn't there anymore? The guy you usually
Joe?
go-
Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joe.
Is he there? Did he? I
I
knew
don't
he
think
was leaving. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's there anymore. The guy that we fished with.
Yeah.
He's really cool though.
The for a couple of people that haven't bass fished a lot, you sure do catch some nice peacocks there. So I remember you guys showing me those pictures. I'm like,
Oh. Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So if you had to pick one kind of fishing, what would it be though? Like you guys do so many different types of fishing.
Mine would definitely be reef fishing.
Reef.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably my favorite.
I feel like right now, in this week,
Today it's
today,
whatever's biting.
I really like kite fishing.
Kite
Yeah.
fishing.
Yeah,
But
I've
she's
been
always,
feeling that way, like all
like,
winter.
yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, there's wind. I really want to kite fish, and I really want to do this. Usually, though, my favorite is like bottom fishing or like yellowtailing.
Right.
Yeah.
But like lately, right now, I want to pop a kite every day.
Yeah.
I
I
remember
don't know why. I just do.
like years ago when I first started kite fishing, or first was on boats that were kite fishing, I hated it. To
Yeah.
be honest with you, like
Yeah.
at first, I mean, I didn't,
It
You
can
think
be.
was boring?
but it was
Yeah.
well. I mean, it's just it it was a long time ago, but you know, I was just so used to like other ways of fishing, and then
Yeah.
you know, I started getting on boats that were kite fishing and stuff like that. I was just like,
Yeah.
you know, all the lines and everything like that just seems complicated and blah blah. And then, you know, after you really, you know, learn how to do it the right way, and you know, it can become addicting.
Yeah.
I think so. I love it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
for
I
sure.
like it a lot right now because we didn't do it a lot in the Keys, so it's kind of new right now. I
Yeah.
mean, it's new. Like, we've done it a lot on other people's boats, but it's new for us to do it on our boat, just the two of us. So I really like that. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's just a change.
So, I mean, embracing change
Yeah.
is kind of, I think, critical to being successful. I mean,
Yeah.
not only like in just like fishing, but in anything. You know, and you guys are very good at that. So, and I mean, well, I mean, seriously, because you know, not everyone can be like, oh, new fishing grounds, new types of fishing. I want to open up a business in this area that I
Yeah.
don't know how to
Yeah,
fish.
that was a little intimidating, but
Right?
yeah.
I mean, so that had to have been a little, just a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't think that you guys have ever let challenges stop you.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how we figured it out. But we
I mean, like,
did.
I had never planer fished a day in my life. And then I moved up here and I was like, I'm starting a business up here.
Yeah.
You know? And then
Yeah.
we just went out by ourselves, or we just jumped on as many other boats as we could before because there was probably like about a month delay before we started offering our charters.
Might have been 2 months.
Yeah. And we were just going out with other people or trying to get as much
Yeah.
knowledge as possible. And I feel like we've pretty much got it down now.
Yeah.
So,
You guys
yeah.
fish a lot with Mark, so I mean,
Yeah.
you got to give credit to Mark for taking
Yeah,
you guys out a lot,
definitely.
and you know, he did a very good job, you know,
Yeah.
helping you out, and so I thought that was kind of cool.
yeah.
But yeah, though that's you know, you guys took the time, you put in the work,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's awesome.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Now we got it all figured out.
Yeah, you got it all
Not
figured
all of it,
out,
no,
and
but-
like you got your kites up, and
Yeah.
your kid bops playing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So awesome. What's next for you guys? Where do you want to take this?
I think we're still figuring that
Yeah.
out. Like, I think that, you know, we do like 3 months.
Because I know you guys got your YouTube channel, and you got
Yeah.
like all the
Right.
other promotional
Right.
things that you do. You know what I mean? And working with all the you know different companies, and you know doing all the different promotions, and that's cool. And now you got your charter business. I mean, you could say you know sky's the limit, but I mean, what do you want out of it?
I don't know.
Are
Literally,
you're just 24 years old and having fun,
I mean,
well,
no.
like, we're serious about it,
right?
and we want it to be long term.
Mhm.
But right now we do 3-month business plans because we feel like,
Business plans,
Yeah.
well, they're more like goals, like
All right.
like 3-month business goals, I guess.
Yeah.
right?
Like, okay, this is what we need, what we want to do in these 3 months. I feel like anything past 3 months is seems kind of far because things are changing so quickly right now for us.
Mhm.
Between like getting our boat up here and like maybe our first goal was, okay, let's get all the planer gear and learn to planer fish.
Yeah.
In these next 3 months. So the next 3 months was like, okay, I really want to like, now we have Tigress helping us out. Let's get all of the kite fishing. Let's really get all that down. So we kind of just have taken it 3 months at a time. And I think that we're kind of trying to figure out, well, what does this look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Because we know we want to stay in it, but sometimes we don't always know how or what that looks like.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I mean, right now, 5 or 10 years is kind of a
it's a lot.
that's a pretty far eye.
We look 3
Yeah.
months ahead.
But I
Well,
mean,
we-
it
yeah.
doesn't hurt to think,
Right.
you know. in
Yeah.
your head. I
Well,
mean,
it's like-
that would be more like the dreams and aspirations category, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like something that we think about it, we talk about it, but we're not exactly like, okay, this is what's going to happen in 5 years. Like, I don't know what's happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you look at you know what we've experienced here, so I think the Facebook memory just popped up a little bit ago, like when I first quit my day job, it's like 6 years ago, and here we are, and that was DFAS, that was like D.Friel Art Studios, and we're connected by water now, and it was just taken on completely. You know, that was like DFAS on steroids, the way we are operating now. To have predicted all this, you know, with the podcast and the whole thing like that, you know what I mean? That would not have been in
Right.
plan day one,
Exactly.
at all.
Yeah.
So you never
So
know.
I think you're right. I think we have dreams and aspirations for 5 years from
Yeah.
now, but I don't even know if we know what that looks like or
right.
Yeah. I think we're just in the
We're in the grind phase.
Yeah, work every day.
Do a lot of reaping.
Grind phase.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Grind
no, not
phase.
we're doing a lot of
Sewing.
sewing. I got it backwards. We're doing a lot of sewing.
Yeah.
Sewing.
Yeah, like sewing and reaping. We're
I
sewing.
like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we see. That's what we're just keeping our heads down and doing as much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have small goals every like 3 months or 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. You got a lot of charters coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it slows down a little bit until March. Like, we basically made it through the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have some trips coming up. The Super Bowl is right around the corner, so we have trips Super Bowl week.
Oh, you have some trips booked around the
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
which
Yeah.
is cool. That helps.
Nice.
And then Spring Breakers will come soon, and
Yep.
we'll see what kind of crowd that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excited.
Take
yeah.
it easy with
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
White Claw.
Yeah, they'll probably be getting an offer. Do you want a White Claw? Do you want a White Claw? Yeah.
White Claw. I don't
Yeah.
know. I have to try one. I'm gonna bring one on. I'm gonna bring one into the studio. I'm gonna try it on the podcast. Should I do
Yeah.
that?
Well, I've tried it Truly. It's like the same thing as it's like the other brand. But I've
Is
heard
it- so is it like? Is that what it's like? Because that's
Well,
what
I've heard
Harris
White
had
Claw is
that
better.
on the boat.
I've
Oh, the
heard
boat
White
parade.
Claw's better.
Yeah.
Well, I've had White Claw. I think
Have
White
you
Claw's
had both?
better
Yeah.
than Truly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I only had it like once. I
But
don't
it's
even-
basically it's the same concept.
Same concept.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know.
I guess we'll just have to go get some White Claws after this.
Right. I don't know. Give me a beer. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or some rum.
Or
We got
some
rum. on
rum.
the
There's
table.
your rum.
We got poppers. Well, I'm not drinking that today. There's no way. Not with
I'll be
my.
knocked out.
Yeah. Not with my. Yeah. You want some? That might be good for you.
No.
They'll knock your
No.
flu right out of you. Probably make you
No,
worse.
sir.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, Ricky brought that in, and that's when I was the beginning of me not feeling well was that day. And then he started making me drink the rum, and I think that's what made me worse.
That's what it does.
Blame it on Ricky,
Yep.
Captain Ricky. Captain Ricky's a good dude. And I don't blame anything on him. So cool. So what else you want to talk about?
What do you want to do? Any?
What do you want to promote?
Um.
Your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Tell me all about your YouTube channel. I don't think we talked about that much last time.
I guess not.
We
Yeah.
haven't done much YouTube lately. Just
Well-
because, it's
Well,
hard.
you've been busy. It's hard to do the charter and the
Right.
YouTube
It's
at
hard
the
to
same
do
time.
charters and YouTube, and it's really hard to do YouTube when it's rough. When the
Yeah.
weather's rough,
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
trying to pull together YouTube.
Mhm.
Right. But we do have our YouTube channel. It's just Gale Force Twins.
Right.
We book a lot of charters through YouTube.
Yeah. What is
actually.
cool
Oh, you
is
do?
Yeah, we get people that find us on YouTube and book us. And then I've also had people that book us and then find us on YouTube, and then they'll come on the boat and be like, I'll start talking to them and they'll be like, I already know that I watched your video.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's cool. So you guys
Yeah.
are doing like tips and techniques and
Yeah,
stuff
we
on
do
it too,
everything
right?
just from
A lot of it's just like fun stuff.
like adventure videos. We kind of what we call them. Just like we
Right.
go out and have fun, and we don't like I am more than happy to show the camera like the rig we're using or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you can if you watch it, pay attention, you'll definitely pick up some stuff if you're trying to learn how to fish.
Right.
And then we also have some really specific like how-to videos. And then we also do every time we do a Take Me Fishing charter, we make a YouTube
Oh,
video
yes,
of
is
that
true.
day.
We have been doing some YouTube.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and we did a YouTube video for the boat wrap. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know where I got
Yeah.
that from. We've been busy with YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember we
Just
did
we're not making them like every week
Right.
because that's a lot.
It's a lot of work.
We're
Yeah.
not like trying to
all
be
that.
YouTubers.
Not
Right.
trying to be YouTubers.
No, it's
No.
just a form of, we see it as a form of marketing.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
there are
It's
YouTubers
probably
that
smart. but-
make like a living off of it. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but I'm
It feels
I'm-
like a.
I don't think that's really
high
a
risk.
sustainable
Yeah.
goal.
that's the other thing is I
As
don't
far as
know.
like this, like goal
Yeah.
wise,
Right.
like
Right.
there was like one kid one time said I want to be a professional YouTuber.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was like it was like
Yeah.
a few months ago. Like some kid came out and said that,
Yeah.
and
I'm sure
like-
a lot of kids say it
no.
nowadays.
There it would made the news or so it was or it was on social media.
Yeah.
Like I don't know for some reason,
Yeah.
and it made me think. I'm like that's not something to like strive for. Like
Yeah.
that has to like naturally just or even virally
Right.
just happen. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like
I mean,
you have
there's
to be in the
definitely,
right time,
like,
right place,
a lot
right
of money.
circumstance, and making
Yeah.
it happen.
Yeah.
But that's not. I don't think that's something that you be like. I'm gonna like
Yeah.
kill it on YouTube, like and plan that out. I
Yeah.
don't
Right.
know. That's
That's why for us our videos are more of like
you
a
don't know how
marketing
people are gonna
thing.
respond.
And
Yeah.
then if a video goes viral, cool.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, YouTube's a fickle thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true because they're always changing algorithms.
Well,
and
social media is just a fickle thing.
It is. Yeah. What's that?
My feet were like wrapped in a cord down here. Good.
No, that's the octopus that we have.
I'm like,
Forgot
what?
to tell you about the octopus that we got down there.
I think it was your headphone cord.
Was it?
I think so. Oh,
No.
no.
I don't know.
It's fine. I'm not wrapped anymore. Hopefully I didn't unplug anything.
That's all right. Your tail wrapped. So yeah, YouTubing is not sustainable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool. I wouldn't complain if.
But even like I noticed, like Instagram is even like
Well,
everything's always
Instagram
changing. Like
is
the way
like
things
getting rid of
happen.
their likes.
Well, no, it's a trial.
They're trialing. I don't know what is. You tell me.
So basically, they're talking about getting rid of likes. So, like, let's say
What do you
you
mean,
post.
getting
So
rid of
you
likes?
post a photo,
With the
right?
little hearts.
It's like their
Right.
like
And,
count.
like
or
on
whatever.
Facebook, or
Okay.
you got 20 likes on your picture, right?
Right.
So same thing on Instagram. So if 20 people like it, you'll see that 20 people liked it. But if I was just scrolling, like I wouldn't be able to see how many likes each photo got. And I've noticed
that's gonna tick off a lot of like
I'm not really
young.
a fan of it.
That's gonna tick off a lot of young insecure girls around the
I
country
don't like it because
holding fake fish.
Instagram's idea.
it's true.
Instagram's idea is that like, oh well, we don't want to offend anybody and like make sure that nobody puts their self-esteem in their likes. But I'm kind of just like, well, you need to get tougher.
Yeah.
Like, who cares if you got 500 likes or 5 likes? Like,
Like why do we have to like why does Instagram
I don't think it's Instagram's job
Yeah.
to make sure that everyone's happy with their number of likes.
Yeah, I think that's overreach
It is. It's
for
it's
sure,
too
and
much.
a lot of overreach happens.
But it's not guaranteed.
Trying to make
Like
people feel better.
apparently they're trialing it right now and it's only happening on some people's accounts.
Yeah, so I haven't seen it, but I think
We'll see what they end up doing.
Is that why nobody liked my selfie yesterday? No. I'm kidding. I don't know, man. I'm a little bit. I don't like that whole. It's up to us to, to dictate the moral fiber of the country.
Exactly.
It's like you're a social media platform. It's
Yeah.
yeah. And then that was the other thing though with YouTube is that they're saying it's really hard to have success on YouTube being like a fisherman or whatever because they're censoring a lot of the content.
Yeah.
YouTube's like we've gotten multiple messages saying like, or not messages,
Viewer
but
discretion
viewer
advised.
discretion advised, and like it was
for catching a fish.
Yeah.
Fish blood and
Because
stuff
I
like
netted
that.
Oh,
no, but we netted a mahi.
I didn't gaff
We
it
didn't gaff it, and there was no blood,
and I released it.
and we released it.
And I had a viewer discretion advice
Viewer
pop
discretion
up.
warning.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like,
So
Oh, the poor fish.
yeah.
so
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Really?
yeah,
It's weird.
I know.
It's weird. It's actually I don't know which scene it was on, but
See, to me, that's irresponsible. Like because you're forcing the narrative.
I
At
think
that
so.
point.
Yeah.
Right. I think it'd be one thing if, let's say, I had a bunch of subscribers, which I don't, but let's say we had, a couple, like 10,000 or something, and then my people were like reporting a video to YouTube.
But it's never been reported.
I'd be like, okay, like that's fair. Maybe the people, then I should get notified that your people don't like it.
Right.
But like,
But is there
no one
people
reported.
spying on
I don't
you
think anybody
saying, "Oh."
reported it because all the subscribers are fishermen. So,
So your content is basically being policed by someone's
Opinion.
I think it's
intern's
like
opinion
an algorithm
that's-
or something.
Yeah,
But
of
yeah.
what is appropriate for the rest of the world to see.
yeah. I mean, it might be an algorithm, but I mean, who knows with these
Yeah.
companies? But
Actually,
it
good
also might be
point.
someone like just scanning videos.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think they employ like a lot of people that do just that, right? That's
I
just,
have no
and,
idea.
like, yeah.
I don't know.
I think YouTube and Google and all these. I think they employ like a certain like crop of people.
Yeah.
All over the country, like they don't like house them all. In
Yeah, they, like,
San
work at
Jose,
home or
You know what I
something.
mean? Yeah, I think,
Right.
Independent and just to
Like the people that put you in Facebook
their job,
jail.
just to like go on YouTube and like randomly just judge content
Yeah.
and report it and make sure it's appropriate. But I think where all that stems from is a lot of the gun stuff and a lot of the school shooting stuff, and I think that they're trying to be more responsible, and because they don't want to. Ultimately, what it comes down to, just
Right.
like everything else comes down to, they don't want to be blamed for something, so they overreach
Right.
and they do too much, and they go beyond just so that at the end of the day, no one can ever say that YouTube had any hand in that, you know what I mean,
Right.
situation, because look how strict we are in everything, and
Yeah.
it's censorship.
I feel like if they were strict on everything, though, they wouldn't have all the video game stuff, too. Right? Don't they have, like, can't you, like, go watch a video game and I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't know. See, now, I don't
Whatever,
know.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
get that deep into it, but it was for when it comes to like the video game stuff. But I don't know. It's just weird to me that they would do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about more positive things,
Good idea.
shall we? All right. Sorry we ran down that thing, but charter fishing, taking people out. Okay, it's what you guys want to be right now.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll leave it at that. So
Yes.
we have to make it more than anything. You don't always have to have this grandiose. Sometimes you can be perfectly happy with it. I want to charter fish,
Right.
and I want to get a lot of charters, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with just doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you want to book a charter and you want to have a good time,
Yeah.
you don't necessarily have to listen to Kids Bop if you don't want
No.
to.
Yeah, we can
You
listen
can
to
listen
rap
to
music.
whatever
I
you
don't
want.
care.
You know, so I don't want to pigeonhole you guys into that, and you don't have to listen to the Jonas Brothers.
No, we don't have to
You
do that either.
definitely don't have to drink White Claws or anything like that if you don't want to,
But you can.
but you can.
Or bring rum.
Right, or Papa's Pilar. But if you do want to go out and have a good time with people that have their head screwed on right and just want to make sure that everyone has a quality experience, then you can get in touch with the girls here at Gale Forest Fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Our website is galeforestfishing.com.
Mm-hmm.
Our Instagram, all social media is Gale Forest Twins.
yes.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And our website is Gale Forest Fishing. And I guess I'll say our phone number is 305-407-0432.
There you go. And
If you
that
wanna
was
give us a
beautifully on the
call
screen right
Or
there.
text, so it doesn't matter.
Cool.
We'll give you the information.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so thanks for coming and hanging out.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having
this
us.
is once you feel like this is your second home, you guys are always welcome and
Thank you.
always love having you on the show. Sorry I was a little stuffy today.
No
That's
worries.
okay.
We hope you feel better.
Thank you very much. I really hope John feels better. That's
Thank
the one
you.
I'm really worried
Yeah.
about over there. I'll be okay. I'm just stuffy, but
I'm feeling better
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Like this morning, it was really tough getting out of bed. I don't know how
All
I
your
did
meds
it.
are kicking in. That's always the
Yeah.
toughest part is getting out of bed.
Yeah.
I was
When
so
you're
sore.
sick,
Like my whole
the
body
beginning
was
is the
sore
worst.
this morning.
Yeah. So anyway, I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Hope
Thanks for having us.
you have you guys on a million times. And it's all it is. Just you guys coming in, hanging out, talking shop,
Yep.
doing your thing. So your ego is not your amigo. Always do your best and let God do the rest. Always remember to eat, drink, be local. Buy all your vehicles at Joey Carty, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Subaru. Don't ever forget that no matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, we're always connected by water. Amanda and Emily, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
It's the end. It's the end. It's the end.